So Gwyneth Paltrow has just come out and said she's sick of the paleo diet. This is the same person that made bone broth famous.
I have bone broth for lunch a lot of the day.
And she said she's over being obsessed with healthy eating. And quite honestly, I'm glad she did. Because for the rest of us who are over 40 and struggling with our weight for many, many years, okay, we look at these people to be the pinnacles of success. And even she can't even do this. And she's only been doing it for 2 years, okay? It's not even that long, all right? So if you've ever struggled with food guilt, whether you've tried strict meal programs and things you can't follow, don't worry, because even the rich and famous people like Gwyneth Paltrow can't stay on these diets for long periods of time. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I'm a personal trainer and I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over 40. And I've personally lost over 20 kilos and I've kept that off for about 16 years. I've gone on to coach many, many people, most of them women, over the last sort of 10 years. And the average weight loss that I help our clients manage is about 20 kilos. And I'm so glad that this news has come out with Gwyneth Paltrow, because we can now understand that we're not even supposed to be able to do these strict long-term diets, because we can't do it for long periods of time. And think about it, even with Gwyneth Paltrow, who has a host of chefs, all the resources, and she even can't do this diet because it's so restrictive. She can't, enjoy herself with her friends and her family, and she started eating bread and pasta again. So we understand that, there's many ways to skin this weight loss cat, if you like. And it isn't through fad diets. It's done with sustainable eating habits and exercise. That is really it. They're the rules of health and fitness. So I just want to quickly tell you a story about one of my clients who's just been doing the paleo thing, right? And she came to me and she's about 48 years old, and she came in, she's been doing this paleo diet thing, and she's just told me like it's too restrictive. She's got busy, she's got kids, and she even gave up fruit. I mean, come on guys, she gave up fruit because apparently it's got too much sugar in it. And do you know what happened? She didn't lose any weight. She didn't increase her energy. She didn't get fitter. Do you know what she did do though? She got stressed, she lost her mind, and the fact is she was even eating even more calories, because the thing of it is she was giving up fruit, replacing it with nuts, which by the way is double the calories of a piece of fruit if you go gram for gram. And she then have no idea what to do with her diet, because she's taking little bits of paleo, then she can't stick to it, and she's eating what she normally eats as well. And the net positive effect is she's eating more calories than she even started. Because the thing of it is, when you go on a high fat diet like paleo, okay, or keto, then you eat more fat. And fat actually has twice as many calories as carbohydrates. In fact, it has twice as many calories as protein as well, because fat has 9 calories per gram and carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. So when you start changing over to the higher fat side of things without really being strict and not eating carbs at all, you end up eating more calories. And that's what happened to this lady that came in into our fitness facility. So when people like Gwyneth Paltrow, who will will push a particular style of diet, okay, and then 2 years later changes her mind because she can't stick to it, then you have got hope, all right? You don't have to follow these diets. These fad diets are often promoted because people make lots of money from them, and they become a little bit of a religion, and people really, really struggle because they believe that is the right thing for them to be doing. But I promise you, it is not what you should be doing. Because the thing is, when you get to our 40s, like I'm 46, okay, I've got a small family, my boy's only 12, I own a business, I got a wife, obviously. You descend to deal with a bit more stress, your hormone changes, you may have less time. We do not need extra rules, okay? We need smart systems that actually fits our lives. And here's the truth. You do not need to cut out an entire food group to be able to lose weight. Like I said, I've lost over 20 kilos. I've kept it off for 16 years. I eat loads of carbs. I do eat chocolate every day, okay? Let me know. Do you eat chocolate? I love it. And I do exercise. I do the basics. I weight train 3 times a week. I do some cardio, and I understand my portions and calories, right? So you can absolutely eat bread. You can eat pasta. You can have dessert. You can have that glass of wine if you want. You just need to understand that there's a calorie limit that you have. And it's just called a calorie deficit. You need to be eating less calories. And when you do that, you have this equilibrium. So when we say a calorie deficit, you need to be in a calorie deficit in relation to the activity that you do. It doesn't mean that you eat too much. It doesn't mean that you're gluttonous. It just means that you're not burning as many calories as you should be. And that's what it is. And if you would like a copy of a 10-step blueprint that I have for you, comment blueprint, and I will break down exactly how to create a calorie deficit, for you to work out your own calories and do your own thing and kind of eat the meals that you want to eat. So leave blueprint down below. And by Gwyneth Paltrow coming out and telling us that she can't stick to the paleo diet and that she needs balance in her life so she can eat pasta and have a pizza and things like that, it's done us a massive favor. It brings back the humanity in this whole thing, that not even celebrities can stick to these massive restrictive diets for long periods of time. And she's given us permission to be normal, to have a balanced diet. And when you have a balanced diet where you eat from all the food groups, you eat carbs, proteins, fats, complex carbs, all those things, and a little bit of dessert, and a little bit of chocolate, and a little bit of wine. When you have balance in your life, it is always easier than being restrictive. Because the thing of it is, for you to be successful with any kind of diet, you need to be able to stick to it long term. Because if you can't stick to it long term, you shouldn't even start. And the best diet to follow is kind of the diet that you eat now, but making changes of portion sizes and making little smart swaps. Because the more familiar the diet is to where you're currently at, the easier it becomes to stick to. So when I changed my diet, I didn't overly restrict, for too long. I just understood that this was a calories game. I understood if I understood my calories and I chose better options like choosing fruit instead of nuts because I understood the quality and the calories within those things, I was at a much easier time keeping my weight off. And that's exactly what I want for you, right? And let's face it, if Gwyneth can start eating pasta again, so can you. And if you do want a copy of that blueprint, let me know in the comments down below and I will send that over. I'm going to leave a video up in the top there. It's a case study for one of my clients who's lost 35 pounds or 16 kilos or something. I'm going to talk you through exactly what we did, how we did it, the length of time it took. So go and check out that video and I'll see you over there.